comfortable. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for another edition of Wrestling Talks and Thoughts. I'm your host, Saheem the Dream. Where's it gonna be, man?
I'm Monday Night Uso tonight.
Come on, man. Come on,
you know
man.
who it is. Go ahead, start doing something.
No. The Big Ben Booty Daddy. Yes. We are back, guys. We are back. Yeah. Monday Night Raw, man. Jey Uso announced himself or declared himself as the first entrant in the Monday Night Raw. I'm sorry, in the Money in the Bank ladder match.
I like how Jay's on his he's on his Roman Reigns bully, and I'm gonna bully myself and everything. I'm gonna be the first entrance and everything y'all got.
Oh yeah, man. And I'm hoping he is the guy who actually wins, man. For real. I definitely want him to win.
Nah, Solo's not jacking that.
You think Solo gonna get it?
Yeah. If they put him in the match, if they don't have him in a feud with somebody by then. Well, it looks like this him and Kevin Owens shit might go all the way to SummerSlam.
Yeah, well, I definitely say this. They have Jay, they got Jay, they got Drew,
Braun
and they
Breaker.
have who?
Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker. He could be a wild card, but Braun Breaker's too soon.
It's never too soon, man.
You mean come on, man. Braun already?
Never too soon.
Like a world title?
For Money in the Bank.
For Money in the Bank? Braun Breaker?
Never too soon, bro.
Nah.
You got to pull the trigger while it's hot.
I mean, I like Braun. Don't get me wrong, but when I look at Braun, I look at Melo. I look at the guys who are coming. They're still getting their
Melo's
footage.
gonna have his chance.
Like, there's only a few. He said what?
Melo's gonna have his chance.
Melo's gonna have his chance, but there's only like a few. Like the guys that are coming up from the main from NXT are not like the guys that we had before. Like Robert Roode already knew, his character's direction. Finn Balor knew his character direction. Kevin Owens knew it. Shinsuke Nakamura. Like these guys already knew who they were when they came to the main roster. Drew McIntyre, like these guys already had their character direction. I feel like with Braun Breaker, what's the other guy? Melo. I feel like they're getting a little bit more comfortable. Like even with whatchamacallit, even Gunther kind of had like his footing in exactly, the direction he wanted to go.
Well, I mean, how would you feel if Dom won the briefcase?
Dominic, come on, man. Come on, we're going back to Vince McMahon shenanigans.
Nah, seriously.
This is a briefcase. Would you want that? That's like Otis winning the briefcase again.
Nah, that's not like Otis. Otis was like
that, bro. It's like it's the equivalent of Otis. Because do you want to see Dominic with a world heavyweight?
They used Otis because they was in that stop bullying era and they needed a fat guy.
Yeah,
they was gonna stop the bully movement, stop fat shaming people, body shaming people. So they picked Otis.
Yeah, and it was a terrible idea. And it was a waste of a briefcase. And then they understood that they screwed that up and they wound up giving it to The Miz. And then
another screw up.
And the rest is history. They gave it to The Miz. And then, after The Miz, got his successful cash in on who did he cash in on again?
On Drew, wasn't it?
It was Drew, right? Yeah. He cashed.
Yeah,
right. You're right. Yep. After he successfully cashed in on Drew, then Bobby got his chance the next night on Monday Night Raw, and got his world title, which made no sense because if that was the case, you should have just gave. No. It made sense. It made sense because
the Miz was champion for 2 weeks. It didn't make no sense, huh?
Yeah, no, it didn't make sense because they didn't want it to make it look cheap for Bobby. So it's like we could pass it off to Bobby, but it's like, listen, let's have it passed off to Miz, so that way we can have like a slimy heel take the briefcase from someone deserving.
They should have get the briefcase to Bobby for all that.
I mean, but Bobby beating
Otis. They should have had Bobby bully Otis out of that briefcase.
They should have just had, Bobby beat whatchamacallit for the briefcase. I mean, beat Drew McIntyre for the title, in my personal opinion. And then try to have the Miz cash in and just squash the Miz. They could have did that to make him look more, believable. Like imagine him just beating Drew McIntyre. Miz try to cash in on him. He hits Miz with a spear. And then, Miz try to, finish the match, and then he hit Miz with another spear and he pins him and he wins like 2 matches. That would have made him look super strong, and
Who,
build.
Bobby? You talking about Bobby, right? Not Drew, right?
Yeah. But on the other hand, though, on the other hand, I mean, it did work well out. It did work out well because at least Miz got to be a 2-time world champion,
2-time Grand Slam too, right?
Yeah, 2-time Grand Slam, which he deserved, in my opinion. I think he deserved 2-time Grand Slam champion. So you want to see Dominic Mysterio with the briefcase? Is that what we're talking about? Is that what you serious?
Yeah.
You want to see Dominic with the title?
Yeah, I'm not. No. Whoa.
But so if he gets the briefcase, who's taking it from him?
Nobody gonna take it from him. Just Liv gonna mess up his cash in.
But then that would be a waste because you could have gave that to Finn. You could have gave that to Jay.
Finn don't need the title shot at SummerSlam regardless.
He said he's gonna get a title shot at SummerSlam.
Yeah, Priest is gonna lose to Finn at SummerSlam.
Nah,
he's gonna take Finn out, and then Finn gonna return as the Demon.
Nah, because Gunther is challenging.
Oh yeah, he is at SummerSlam, right?
Yeah. Cody's the only person who doesn't have an opponent, and we already know whoever's fighting Cody, they ain't winning.
So Cody doesn't got an opponent for SummerSlam.
Yeah, I mean, as of now, I mean, it might be whatchamacallit. It might be
it might be AJ.
Sloan said, what up, Sloan?
What up, Sloan?
Yeah, I mean, it might be.
I forgot. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Dan, do you want to see Finn carrying a briefcase though?
Do I want to see Finn carry the briefcase? Yeah, either Finn or Jay.
He deserves better than the briefcase. He deserves like what Jay getting on June 28th. That should have been Finn. All
right. So this is how I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking like this, right? One of the guys, a good prospect has to get that briefcase, right? And there's going to be another good prospect that has to win the Royal Rumble.
Like a up and comer, right?
Either up and comer or somebody that's an over baby face.
Outside of Ricochet, it's got to be Braun Breaker if you're going to want somebody to win that.
Ricochet ain't winning no title.
I know, but you said it got to be somebody that's on the rise, right?
Yeah, or somebody who has like at least some good
or Ricochet, Breaker, Dom. That's the next gen right there.
Yeah, but
I mean Mello too. Can't forget about Mello.
But Breaker literally just had like his third match on Raw.
No, he was on Raw before. This is probably like his 5th, 6th match on Raw.
Yeah, 5th, 6th match, right? But then like a year times like a year.
He was on NXT when he was the NXT champion. He made a couple.
Right, and then he made some appearances on Raw. He had he had like I think 2 or 3 matches. Then he went back to NXT, and then he won a championship again. He won a tag team championship, won a heavyweight championship. They wanted him back down at NXT. He was helped, he's back down. I think they really called him back down there because they didn't really have anybody. Then they had him back down there. Then he came back up to the main roster. Now he's officially on the main roster completely.
Where's Rey Mysterio at?
Oh, Rey Mysterio.
Y'all told me Rey Mysterio's gonna be here. The hell, man.
Rey Mysterio's coming.
The 619, the 619 guy, dog. Like, what's going on?
Rey Mysterio's coming, man. Rey Mysterio's
but he can't find a mask? Shit. We know what you look like.
Rey Mysterio's coming.
Who's that jumping out the sky?
Booyaka.
Mysterio, here we go.
Oh man. But listen, but I mean, as far as like prospects, right?
Oh, is this Rey Mysterio?
Nah, Jay, we can't see you.
Oh, Jay McMahon, the part of Jay. Damn, I was hoping it was 619 God.
Okay, there we go. All right, so here's the thing, right? So I mean, so as far as like we have like people who we really want to see hold up. And come on, serious people, man.
Yo, but how we gonna
Dominic is not a serious contender for that.
How we gonna fit into that situation
for winning the briefcase?
Yeah.
Somebody online posted something. I ain't gonna lie, they posted something on YouTube, and I know it's a reach because people like make clickbait videos and stuff like that. Trying to report like news and fake like WWE rumor news. You know what I'm saying? But they posted something saying that Finn is going to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. I'm sorry, Money in the Bank briefcase and cash in on Damian Priest, which, in my opinion, is not a bad idea. But on the other hand, there has to be some turmoil that actually builds to that moment for him to do something like that. You know what I'm saying? So if they don't really have any turmoil to really build to that moment, like if they really started to build a turmoil between him and Damian, and then to have Finn win a briefcase and then cash in after like Clash of the Castle, like say Damian, because they're in Scotland, so that's like close to where Finn's from, Ireland. So
there's nowhere near Ireland. That's like going from Brooklyn to Maryland.
Let's find. Let's see. How close?
They ain't riding no horse from Scotland to Ireland.
Let me see.
Talking about plane. Plane is close. Yeah.
Let me see. Hold on a second.
You're being very racist saying Scotland is close to Ireland.
Dude, it's like 8 hours away from each other. That's like we talking about
driving
8 hours. 8 hours, bro. Like
that's a long drive, dog.
It's like 8 hours
to go see a wrestling event. That's crazy, dog.
Dude, you went to Philly.
That was 1 hour and 45 minutes.
But you in Queens? You mean 1 hour? You took a train?
No, I took a Greyhound.
And it was an hour, bro. It was like more than an hour to get to Philly from New York.
No, the hell it's not.
It was an hour.
An hour and 45 minutes.
I want to address something that was been bothering me all week.
Okay.
Girl can't wrestle Rousey.
You said what? Say it again.
As of late, and it's annoying as hell. Like she called Triple H and his booking lazy. Like she's been like the talent.
Ronda Rousey.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry, Jay. I'm sorry, you was breaking up. All right, say that again.
She called Triple H and the booking staff lazy. Let me read the article.
She called everybody lazy. Bruce Pritchard. Well, you do that all the time, so you drive back and forth to from Orleans to Texas every damn week, damn man.
Yeah, Jay, log out and log back in because your live is freezing.
You didn't see that article? You didn't see that article outside?
Nah. So she
you
called.
Ain't see Ronda Rousey been going crazy on the internet since she got released?
Oh, because she sucked?
Yeah, but she been saying it's not her fault, it's their fault.
Of course, it's everybody's fault. Lack of accountability. Some people don't like taking accountability for their own mistakes. My bad. I'm gonna get into it. Salone said I just made an 8-hour drive today. 8 hours to that. I mean, is that like a you drive? Like you a truck driver, Salone?
Nah, he just go back and forth from Orleans to Texas and shit.
Oh wow. Oh dang, I can't do it, man. You a road warrior. I can't do it, bro.
He do that shit like 3 times a month.
What? Nah, B. Yo, if I'm taking an 8-hour drive, even a 5-hour drive, I'm staying the night. I'm chilling. I don't like. I love the open road. I like taking long drives and stuff like that, but I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling when I drive somewhere and I gotta stay and I gotta drive a long period of time. I'm chilling. So Ronda Rousey she's blaming everybody else and trying to say lazy booking and trying to say it was everybody. How's it? Listen, first off, let's start here. How is it everybody else's fault when you won multiple world titles, right? You were always in the spotlight. You always had TV time. You always had vignette time. You always had all the time you needed, in order to develop your character on screen. You got more screen time than most of the backstage talent whenever you were there, right? You got more opportunities. You even main evented a WrestleMania. One of the first women to ever main event a WrestleMania. You got the article, Jay?
Yeah, she's going ape shit on WWE.
Yeah. So you had all these opportunities, you know what I'm saying? Like you had all these opportunities that a lot of other talent backstage would have loved to have. And then you turn around and you blame WWE. No, you got to blame. No, listen. See, this is the thing, man. Yo, this is the thing. When WWE gives you the mic and they give you a character, it's up to you to pull that off. It's up to you to pull that off. Yo, you got people like Dolph Ziggler, people like Zack Ryder, other people who are literally, intentionally held back, but because they were constantly going out there and pulling off their character and working their character to perfection, they always had the support of the fans cheering their name. Like, I even take Kofi Kingston, for example. Like, Kofi Kingston got pushed by the WWE, and then he got put in the background, pushed in the background. He said, you know what? Him and Xavier Woods and Big E said they're going to form a group, form the New Day. They took a whole little angle, and whatever portion of screen time and whatever, like the portion of screen time, the limitation of what they could and could not say on the mic, and literally found a way to make that work. And became like the hottest heel faction for literally the hottest faction for 3 years straight, holding down Monday Night Raw. And then Kofi had an opportunity to win a world title, had the opportunity. Matter of fact, he didn't even have an opportunity to win a world title. He was placed in a gauntlet match that really wasn't based on his push.
You gotta stop with this Kofi shit. You really gotta stop with this.
Nah. Let me finish. He was, listen, he had that opportunity. He won that gauntlet match. Wound up getting cheered by the fans, created Kofi Mania, went to WrestleMania, created one of the greatest WrestleMania moments in history. And then, you know what I'm saying? But that was due to him working his character. Ronda Rousey just has no charisma. But what do you mean we got to stop this Kofi stuff? What are you talking about? You ain't like Kofi Mania. Is that what you implying? And
now, what was you saying now? My fault. I'm sorry. I had to do daddy.
What was you implying? You was implying that you don't like WrestleMania? I mean, you don't like Kofi Mania?
Man, fuck Kofi Mania. Oops. F Kofi Mania, man.
Why? What's wrong with Kofi Mania?
That shit is for the jigaboos.
Why?
You know what my problem with the New Day is, man?
What is it?
They send three black men out there shaking their ass and dancing and jiving like a bunch of house Negroes. Jigaboos.
Yo, listen. So if it's a bunch of white dudes, it'd be no problem?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Why? Because they white?
Shawn Michaels did it for 10 years.
Right. Dolph Ziggler did it for like 10 years. Came out there shaking his butt.
Don't send the black man to do that. That don't look good on the black man, man.
Why? Because he black? Black pride?
It makes us look unmasculine,
Unmasculine.
Big E is 287 pounds.
It emasculates our African American heritage.
Yeah. Big
Man, come
E
on,
287 pounds out there twerking like Megan Thee Stallion, bro.
So Jay brought Rey Mysterio.
Oh, there you go. Rey Mysterio's in the building.
What's up, Ray?
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's up, Ray?
I heard that you decided to not wear any shoes, so you can't be trusted no more.
You said what?
I heard you was out here not wearing no shoes, so you can't be trusted no more.
You said not wear no shoes? Oh, so that's a thing? People who don't wear shoes cannot be trusted?
Yeah. No socks.
No socks? Why? What's wrong? So I don't understand. I don't. Why is it people? Huh?
Shoes can't never be trusted. Look at every single wrestler that never wore no shoes.
Why? Why they cannot be trusted? I don't get why.
They can't. Look at Solo. Umaga.
You're right. Okay, Umaga, but Solo
Matt
was
Riddle.
Matt Riddle was a good guy.
He was a good guy. He was on drugs.
He still can't be trusted. Look what happened.
He smoked weed. I mean,
no, he didn't smoke weed. He was smoking meth.
He was not smoking no meth. Who he talking with? Is this documented?
Like, he was a crack addict.
Is this documented? I need some documentation.
At the Applebee's.
Yes.
What was that?
It's a big deal because they kept trying to work with him and get him.
You talk about freaking Matt Riddle. He talking about Matt Riddle smoking meth. Matt Riddle was not smoking no meth. He was smoking
Jimmy
weed.
Snuka, no shoes. Look at Jimmy Snuka. He had no shoes.
What did Jimmy Snick ever do to anybody?
He murdered somebody, Si. He's a murderer.
What did Jimmy Snick ever do to anybody?
He murdered somebody and hid the body for 30-something years.
Salone said, I'm moving to Oakland.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he moving to Oaktown. Yeah.
A 4-day drive.
I'm gonna read the article so you can see what I'm talking about.
All right, Austin. All right, real quick. Hold on a second. Austin Garrett said, "Hey everyone," and he said, "Yeet." What's up, Austin? All right, go ahead. I'm ready, Jay. We ready, Jay. Go ahead.
So Ronda Rousey departed WWE following her SummerSlam match against Shayna Baszler last year. Since then, she has been open and candid about her tenure in the company, frequently sharing negative remarks about her WWE journey. At one point, Ronda was promised. Upon her return to the company, she had a clear vision of how she wished to be booked, but it didn't align with Lynch at WrestleMania, yet it didn't materialize. Despite her desire for her plans to come to fruition.
You keep blowing out.
In her autobiography, Ronda Rousey recalled a phone conversation with Triple H. Ronda expressed her desire to tag with Shayna, have her turn on her, then put her over before leaving. Ronda emphasized the importance of making this happen before SummerSlam. Overwhelmed with emotion, as she conveyed her frustration to Triple H. She also blasted Triple H for his minimum effort in booking in WWE, and ultimately made it clear to Triple H she was just tired. Listen, I told you I'd be here until SummerSlam, I said, and as a woman of my word, I'm done after this. All I want is when I got into the business was to tag with Shayna, have her turn on me, then put her over before I leave. We have until SummerSlam to make that happen. After that, I'm done being associated with minimum effort, lazy ass shit show. I could feel my lips quivering. I was so worked up. I was so worked. To someone who silently shared my frustration. Okay, I get it, he said. I get it. I nodded, indicating I said that my piece. I moved to leave. When he stretched out his hand, instead he leaned in gently, touching my arm. He dipped his head, looking at me. His tone shifted from authority figure to friend. But how are you? He asked sincerely. I burst into tears. Not just crying, but bawling. I'm so tired, I said. I'm so tired that I stressed negative like butter scrapped over too much bread. Ronda also wanted the same travel privileges as Roman Reigns. However, Ronda has been labeled a bitter woman for her anti-WWE remarks, and it's not hard to understand why.
Ronda's wild.
Okay, so
let me get this straight, right? I'm sorry, you still more?
That's it.
Okay, yeah, your feed was cutting out, so we couldn't really hear like it in its entirety, but we got like the tidbits of the article. So this is crazy to me because it's like, so she's blaming everybody for her failure in WWE.
Yeah,
that had nothing to do with Triple H. Triple H,
nothing.
You have the character. You were booked, and it's up to you to perform. It's up to you to cut good promos. It's up to you to take acting classes if you need them, or take public speaking classes if you need them in order to become more comfortable on the mic to convey your character.
So she's main event in WrestleMania. She's crying.
Exactly. Yo, Cody Rhodes said in his documentary he took public speaking classes.
Yeah, to get rid of that list.
To get rid of the list, right? Exactly. So he took the exact in order to get better. It's like, Ronda, just because you were good in the UFC don't mean you was going to be good in WWE. You had everything you needed in place as far as the credibility and as far as the look. You know what I'm saying? But your in-ring performance sucked. Your promo sucked.
Your face.
And no one cared. Your face.
You walked like a midget.
You look like a midget. And you smell like a midget.
and Hornswoggle had the same walk. Like, why are you
You
walking
look like a midget. You smell like a midget. And you talk like a midget.
You talk like a midget.
Yo, she was so goofy looking. Like she was
Like
so
when she was
dorky
angry,
looking.
her angry walk was like
Yeah.
so goofy. Like, all right,
Yeah.
cut it down, little boy.
Right.
Cut it out. It's like a little toddler when you kick over their statue.
Right. She's like, you're gonna be very, very. When she would say steps, I'm like, you're gonna be very, very much in pain when I snap your arm.
When
It
I
was
get my
like-
hands on you,
When I
you're
get
gonna
my,
wish
it was
I
like,
didn't get my hands on you.
when I break your arm. It was like, yo,
I'm
get
gonna
out of
break
here.
your
Like,
back,
nobody
bro.
like we know that you know jujitsu, but if we didn't know you knew jujitsu, we wouldn't believe you knew jujitsu. Like with the way you talk, I wouldn't believe you knew jujitsu.
Yeah, that's
I
a
wouldn't believe
fact.
you knew anything.
I
I'm
would
like, oh,
laugh
she's a
at you if you said that over the phone.
I think
Like,
it's
what?
ridiculous
You gonna do what?
that Ronda
Right.
Rousey, you should get the same privilege.
he said same privileges as Brock Lesnar.
Down for years and brought in revenue and brought people back because of his storyline. Ronda Rousey is somebody who came from a whole different place and she's suffering with white girl entitlement to make her think that because she did well in another sport,
But-
that's how grants her seniority is something that she's new in. She wasn't
But
excited.
they made her relevant again though, because without WWE, Ronda Rousey would have been an extra in Expendables, dog.
He said extra.
No, Ronda needs to get her shit together. You're up here complaining, acting
That's
like
a fact. I'm telling you, they made her relevant again. I'm telling you, but what if for WWE, she would have been an extra in Expendables? She would have got killed right after the credits.
I think they definitely made it relevant, but I wouldn't necessarily say that it was white girl privileges. I wouldn't say that. I definitely understand where she's coming from the fact that her credibility and her name actually brings something to the WWE, and it does.
What did it though?
It
Did it though? So how did
it
WWE?
does.
Man,
It
was the
does
other way
because you
around?
have a UFC fighter who is a former champion, not only a former champion but an undefeated champion who was
Yeah, but this is
pretty
the
much
same Ronda Rousey that got knocked out like 3 times before she signed.
right.
WWE.
But she was undefeated prior to her being knocked out. Like they had to crack a code in order to fight, like really beat her. You know what I'm saying?
Got to
But
think
I'm just
about that
saying,
fan base. That most of that fan base is like 15 years old.
yeah. But dude, like, come on, like to be a UFC fighter is not easy. It's not
Ken
easy.
Shamrock
She's
did it.
undefeated. You trying to say Ken Shamrock?
control.
He said, "Wow, wait, you because Ken Shamrock did it? Anybody else can do it?"
You know, Ernest Miller did it. Remember the Ernest Miller, the cat? Somebody call my mama.
I'm not playing. Because here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Pick up for shock value for the podcast. Let me tell you why. Because your logic saying because Michael Jordan won 6 rings, it was so good, and all these accolades in basketball, that means he was going to be amazing in golf. Like, no accolades don't chart over. Like, that's not how that
That's
works.
true. No, that's true. Right. Yeah. So I mean, that's absolutely true because
What she said, the
Wait,
mic was
what?
breaking out. All I heard was
wait,
Michael
hold up.
Jordan.
Mike, Jay, you got to fix the reception because it keeps going in and out. Is it raining out there?
It must be raining down there.
Yeah. Because it's raining. It was raining out here earlier. So is it raining out there?
Sit down.
Yeah, because it keeps going in and out.
Where you at, side in Charlotte?
I'm in Charlotte. He's in Atlanta. He's like 3 hours from me.
Nah,
Can you hear
you
me?
hate it down there, don't you?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
That's
I
crazy.
was saying that you're
I can't hear you now.
Yeah, definitely can't hear you. Rey Mysterio, you a bad guest. You messing up the audio. You bring Rey Mysterio on, and look, everything
Come on.
starts getting mysterious. Everybody texting me like, "Yo, this ain't the Rey Mysterio I thought." All my Mexican friends mad as hell at me right now. Like, oh, they Holmes. Hey, Rey Mysterio's on the show, Holmes. That's no Rey Mysterio, Holmes. That's Rey Mysterious.
Jay, the V's go in and out. But all right, I'm gonna respond to you. Ray. But listen, but no, that's right. Yeah, but you're right though. Like you have a point. Like, yeah, skills just because you're good at one place don't mean it's gonna be transferable. Like Michael Jordan was great in the basketball court. He went over to baseball, he sucked. He went over to golf, he sucked. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't suck, but he wasn't as good as he was on a basketball court. He wasn't as good in a golf course or on a baseball field as he was on a basketball court. But that's true. It doesn't mean it's transferable. And again, like I said before, lack of accountability. Like she's taking lack of accountability for the fact that she went over there and she couldn't perform. And I totally get why. And to Ronda Rousey's credit, I understand. If you're a person who has been practicing jiu-jitsu for a very long time, then you get into mixed martial arts and you become really good at something, and then you start to become good at other things, and then you go to another avenue and you have this, I guess, this kind of like a this lore of perfection around you, or this lore of greatness around you, and you go into another arena and that thing doesn't like translate the same way. I could understand how you could become frustrated. And I understand that, like, you know, you're good at one thing and you go over to something else, and then you feel like with the tools or whatever it is you carry can work over there. And again, she was good at, you know, hand-to-hand contact, you know, hand-to-hand combat, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's in WWE, it's not real contact, you know, or real combat, but however, at the same time, she figured like, well, you know, this over here was real, but this over here is not as, you know, legitimate as far as like really hurting the person, but just putting on a performance. I believe I could still do it the same way because it all deals with athleticism and, you know, and just athleticism, but it didn't translate that way. It didn't work out that way. You know what I'm saying? But I can understand the frustration, but she has to own that. She has to own that and really come to grips that, Ronda, you know, you're good as a fighter, but you are terrible as a performer. You are terrible as an actor. You are terrible as a wrestler. Like, you know, you may be great at putting women down doing jiu-jitsu, but you know, that's as far as it goes, as far as like, you know, that arena of like entertainment. Like,
yeah,
you know, so
she's no Ken Shamrock, man.
She's definitely no Ken Shamrock, because Ken Shamrock was actually really good. Ernest Miller, the cat, he was good. Kurt Angle was a two-time Olympic gold medalist, and when he came over to WWE, I mean, man, he was. Kurt Angle is considered one of the greatest in-ring performers, and I guess
he was already a wrestler.
He was already a wrestler, but I mean, just the fact that he was able to do it that well in the ring. But that's the thing. I could have
did that. Sorry. Yeah, I give Kurt Angle too much damn credit. Y'all forgetting that he been trained for this shit his whole life. I hate when people give Kurt Angle all this damn credit.
Okay,
like
what about
he just changed his whole life and became this great wrestler? He's always been a great wrestler.
He always been I mean, but a WWE performer is different.
It's nothing. It's still wrestling.
Dude, what about Gable Stevenson? The guy
can't work. Listen, we don't mention him. You can't.
No, we do mention him. What are you talking about? He's a gold medalist. He did the same thing Kurt Angle did, and he got fired because he wasn't good. Not that he wasn't good, but he didn't develop it at the pace that they needed him to develop. He had
the pace they wanted him to be at.
He had 2 years in development.
That's not enough time for a black man.
You gonna pull a black card?
Yeah.
You'll pull it a black card.
No,
man, that was more than a bro. Listen, if you ain't got charisma, you ain't got it.
He had concerts. He had Future concerts and Drake concerts and shit. You know.
Yeah, he's lazy. That's what it was. Why he had a concert when he supposed to be practicing his.
Same reason what I say about Nikita Lyons. This is why Nikita Lyons is always injured. Instead of rehabbing, she's twerking. You know.
Yeah, that's why you couldn't make the route, because you wasn't studying your art. You wasn't studying his art. You need to be practicing.
And Nikita Lyons still got a job though. That's so.
Right, Nikita, but again, Nikita, she is a black belt in Taekwondo.
No, kickboxing. Don't give her that much credit.
I'm sorry, kickboxing. However,
kickboxing.
But she has charisma though.
She only know one move. She had the one
Bro,
kick.
she did more than one move. What are you talking about?
She do the same Chuck Norris roundhouse kick every other Instagram post.
She does more. She does more than a Chuck Norris roundhouse kick. She does way more than that.
No, sorry.
She's the female 1-2-3 kid.
False. I'm gonna tell you right now. If that was the case, then how come Rhea Ripley jacked the whole swag?
Rhea Ripley's not doing karate, bro.
You said what?
Rhea Ripley don't do no karate.
Wait, I'm sorry. I can't. Both of y'all saying it, talking at the same time. What?
You're trying to say that Rhea Ripley stole Nikita Lyons swag?
Yeah, she did.
Rhea Ripley before Nikita.
You said what?
Rhea Ripley was out way before Nikita Lyons.
She stole a swag. Okay, when Nikita Lyons came out and she was wrestling, she came out, white girl with the big cheeks, and she was wearing those tight little, those tight little onesies, whatever. And you know what I'm saying? We was watching NXT for that. You know what I'm saying? We was all in for that. But then when she did that split on Homegirl, the first time she had a debut match, she did that split and it was trending on Twitter, and everybody was like, oh my God, look at this. What happened? All of a sudden, Rhea Ripley started wearing the little tight pants, and she started putting a little thing under her little butt. Now she's showing Rhea Ripley in the ring, shaking the little cheeks. Come on, stop it, man. Stop it. Ever since Nikita Lyons did that, Rhea Ripley did that. Rhea Ripley started doing the whole thing, wearing a little thing to show her little butt, to give a little butt a lift. I'm like, come on, Rhea, you wasn't trying to show all that before that.
Crazy.
So if that's the case, then what's her name? Stole that swag too. Lola Vice. Lola Vice.
So who swag?
This is crazy.
Lola Vice wears the same butt lift thing that you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. She probably took it from Rhea. Exactly.
You don't need it though.
Somebody got to start a trend somewhere. Somebody starts a trend somewhere.
You might want to read that comment from Sean.
What do you say?
Right, exactly. You tell him, Sean.
Go to sleep. Sean been sleeping for the last 2 years. When the last time you been here? The last time you been here, Sean? The last time I heard from Sean was like 2 years ago.
I said to woke up out of a coma. He hopped out the bed.
He said, "Y'all on the show without me." Sean.
I'm about to send Sean a link.
Come on, send Sean a link, man. Yo, nah, man. Listen, once the kid.
Oh, good. Somebody that can talk AEW with me.
Rhea Ripley was over there doing the splits. Over there, Rhea Ripley's over there trying to shake a little cakes, her little white cheeks.
You don't like AEW, Rey Mysterious?
He said, "Y'all don't invite me on y'all. Y'all forgot, bro. We don't, bro. I told you, you went like AWOL. Whenever you want to come on, Sean. Whatchamacallit, Jay sending you a link right now. Come on."
Yo, Jay, you don't let her watch AEW, Jay?
She don't watch it. She does. I don't know. I don't really watch it. So and like anytime we watching if we're watching like Raw or something, that when it goes off, AEW immediately comes on. She immediately gets up and does something else.
Wow. What did Henry say? He called AEW the great value version of WWE.
Oh, no.
He called it a great value WWE. Listen,
all emergency wrestling, baby.
AEW is good though.
Wrestling, and here's why.
All emergency wrestling.
You said what?
Community service wrestling, and here's why.
Okay.
They got the coattails or whatever they think is gonna make somebody sway towards them. Rather than build their brand and make something that we actually want to see, they insult WWE, but yet they taking all of the people that are quote unquote legends, the people aren't interested in seeing anymore, and thinking that that's gonna make their wrestling good. Like, it's just low budget. When you look at it, it looks like they're trying so hard to be WWE instead of just building their own brand. Like, at least when you look at like NXT, they got their own thing going on, and although that is the great value version of WWE,
it's still NXT. What are you talking? NXT is WWE. How it can't be the great? NXT is still WWE. It's developmental.
Exactly, and I would rather watch developmental wrestling,
okay,
than decrepit, I should be retired wrestlers.
Yeah, you don't like emergency wrestling, man? They got the carpet Cartoon Network champion over there.
Who was it, Mercedes?
That's senior citizens wrestling.
Yeah.
I don't wanna watch this.
Come on, man. The Cartoon Network champion. You don't want to watch. That don't sound interesting.
No, not at all. You know, they was giving away tickets to AEW for free.
You ain't grow up watching Cartoon Network.
They was that.
Yo, I'm gonna say right now, somebody's gonna make. I was thinking about making a meme out of that. Like a picture of Mercedes Moné holding the TNA championship and put the Cartoon Network logo on top of it.
Yeah. Like that before somebody else do it. So I'm telling you. Just do it and copyright it.
Oh man. Yo, somebody
They're
gonna do it.
not aware.
You said what?
TNA stands for they're not aware.
See, I mean, but listen, but one thing, listen, one thing that WWE does do, because WWE is the top of the mountain, WWE is the hierarchy brand, and one thing we do have to acknowledge and we do have to look at is that WWE makes indie stars superstars. They make them actual superstars and household names. So they take from other promotions to build their promotion. So it's really the same thing. You know, the business is the business. But the problem, in my opinion, I agree with you, Ray, on a sense that with AEW, they need to still focus on building new stars. However, to AEW's credit, they are doing that. Swerve, Hangman Page, Kenny Omega, MJF, Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe, you know, became more of a household name when he went to WWE, but they actually really cemented him and made him more legitimized when they actually put that world title on him in AEW. But after Swerve and them just like, you know, really pushing their stars, you know, they need to continue just doing that. But
Can I offer an analogy for what you're talking about?
Okay, go ahead.
Don't nobody care if the WNBA team won and who it was. You can't tell me who the championship of the WNBA is. You don't know, okay? Sure, they exist, but no one really cares. Like, you might have a few people, maybe people are like, ooh, she balling. But overall, ain't nobody really checking for the WNBA like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same reference that you're making. It doesn't matter if you're a superstar and no one's watching.
You talking about AEW?
Yeah.
No, that's true. It is if you are a superstar, people are watching.
Exactly, and no one's watching. So how?
But I'm saying no. My point is that if you are a superstar in AEW,
watching.
You said what?
How can you say that they're building up their brand and
right.
making their own individual superstars when no one's watching?
No, people are watching. People are watching.
People
they're not
watching.
They're watching WWE. Yeah. People are watching though.
They get about 600,000 views.
I looked at those the numbers for what's being watched, when, where, and why. Like, there's some people watching, but it ain't nothing to write home about.
Yeah, I mean that's not necessarily true. Listen, I'm not. Listen, I'm
gonna pull it up on the score and see how many people watch their show.
They get 600,000 views.
Yeah, they get 600,000 people that watch their show. They get, and as far as ratings, they get
more than TNA.
600,000.
That's more than TNA, and TNA been on TV 20 years.
Right. In a country where there's billions of people,
it's still more than TNA.
It's still right.
On Instagram, I just go wrestle on Instagram.
Well, the fact of the matter is that they only a few 100,000 views from 1 million views a week. And only thing they need to do, and the thing about it is that the progress is there. It's just that where they're at, they're on the cusp of actually potentially being competition to WWE. But WWE knows that one thing one should never do in the art of war is never underestimate your enemy. Like never underestimate your enemy or their potential. Because right now, even though WWE is the top of the mountain regardless, but again, AEW may have a Monday Night War moment where they get a superstar, and it could be in the form of MJF, you know what I'm saying, or somebody else that really breaks through and really starts pulling in hard ratings, and then Monday and then Raw or WWE is really competing with AEW. You know what I'm saying? Like it can happen. It happened before. It can happen again.
I got the stat. Okay. Here's the stat. Men lie, women lie, numbers up. WWE SmackDown.
Okay.
As of the last episode, 2,147 views.
Right.
WWE Raw, 1.7 million views. NXT, 646,000 views. AEW, 683,000 views.
That's what I said.
Level is great value, but you're saying you're building superstars. No, you need to focus on getting people to come in on building an actual brand.
Listen, they gonna always be,
that's how
they
you
gonna
build
be the best number 2 ever.
But that's how you build a brand. You build a brand by having superstars. You got to have content that people want to watch. People are not going to sit there and okay, so I'll give you a perfect example, right? The reason, okay, a perfect example. CM Punk went over to AEW, and when he came back, CM Punk said he could never return to wrestling. When he actually officially showed up on that TV, when he showed up in AEW, they got the highest ratings they've ever gotten. Not only that, but they got I think they got like 1.3 million people that actually tuned in. So then WWE was like, interesting, you got CM Punk. So I think for like 2 weeks, they had like the highest ratings they ever had because CM Punk was there. That's the impact, but that in itself shows that it's about the content that you're broadcasting. So if they can get somebody who can produce that level or produce at that magnitude to really pull in fans to get in millions of views, once AEW hits 1 million people who are actually watching steadily a week, then WWE needs to be concerned. You know what I'm saying? They're a little concerned, but they still have potential to compete with WWE.
I get what you're saying about not counting out the underdog.
But are you denying their potential?
I'm not denying potential. What I'm more so saying is you're using the fame that someone got on WWE,
right?
And WWE making them a superstar.
Right.
He only got off of WWE because, quite frankly, he was acting like a little female dog.
Right.
He talked all of that crap, and it was controversial because of what he was doing.
Yeah.
But say that you're building from the ground up, not somebody else's leftovers, because now they want a lighter schedule, so they come up so they can still get paid, and you gonna pay them because they gonna bring in views. I mean, actually building a superstar, make you a Roman Reigns.
Yeah, no, I get all that. They made one in the form. They made one in the form of they have Hangman Page, they have Kenny Omega, and they have MJF. But the thing about it is it don't matter where they came from. It don't matter if they came.
Don't forget Luchasaurus.
And right, I'm sorry, Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy. Right, they have but it don't matter where they came from. It's all about, can they build a level of consistency to keep people entertained, so that way they can take all the ratings. You know what I'm saying?
Every week.
No, so the problem is, like, you do have your homegrown talent, right? And they can do that, but instead of focusing on their homegrown talent, they keep trying to bring in these bigger stars. And when they bring in these bigger stars, they kind of like push their homegrown talent to the side, and that I think that's their biggest problem.
All right, so real quick, Salone says the Aces have the league MVP in our back-to-back champs, and Lene says hi. What's up, Lene?
What up?
So but that's the thing though. AEW doesn't really have that problem really like that. They don't. The only person that they really put a world title on right now, I mean, they put a world title on that was a WWE talent, is Moxley and Jericho. But when you look at Moxley did build a name for himself in WWE, but him now being over in AEW, he can really shine like a main event star, not like how he really shined in WWE. But as far as homegrown talent, you have MJF, you have Kenny Omega, and you have Hangman Page, and now you have Swerve. Yes, Swerve came from WWE. But Swerve was not a big superstar in WWE. He was on his way to potentially being one, but now AEW just said, "Listen, WWE, you did the rest of the work. Now we just going to take that. You know, we're going to take this guy to the next level, or take him to the level that you couldn't take him to."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
just to point out, out of all the AEW champions, the only homegrown people that the only homegrown guys they had that were actually champs were Kenny,
yep.
Hangman, and MJF. Everybody else was ex-WWE guys.
Right.
Ooh.
All the
guys that they had as champions.
No, well, only Moxley and Jericho.
No. He said out of homegrown talent, he said the only ones they have, Hangman, MJF, and Kenny Omega, that were not ex-WWE guys. Everybody else was an ex-WWE.
Oh yeah, I forgot Swerve was in WWE.
Yeah, Swerve.
How do you forget that? You're the biggest hit row. You know what I mean? Like, come on, Andy.
But this is the thing, though. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether they were ex-WWE guys or not. It only matters right, if this person was, if they have multiple former world champions coming over and taking the opportunities from talents that already. Wait, hold on a second. No. Let me finish what I'm saying. It only matters if they have ex-WWE guys taking the opportunities away from homegrown talent that like homegrown talent that is ready for the main event stage. AEW does not have a lot of guys that are ready for the main event.
Okay, wait. I got a serious question. Who do you think is the biggest star on AEW?
The biggest star?
Yeah.
MJF.
No, it's not.
Who is it?
It's Chris Jericho.
No, it's not.
Ray,
you haven't been watching.
Ray, you're being too Mysterio right now, okay?
Yeah, you haven't been watching. Listen, I'm telling you right now. They tell the fans turned on Jericho. They tell him, they got a chance telling him to go home. Like
they telling him to go home. They telling him to retire.
Go home. Jericho's not a prop.
Wait, what did you say?
FTW champion right now.
All I'm saying is, according to the facts,
I watch it weekly. I'm letting you know, Jericho is not the biggest star over there.
Listen, that's and I respect your opinion. Or you feel like
he might be the highest paid over there, but he ain't the biggest.
According to the facts and the stats and the numbers, Chris Jericho is the biggest star on AEW.
MJF, Darby, and FTR are the drawers right now.
Wait, hold on a second. According to who?
According to what you mean? According to the Bleacher Report.
The Bleacher Report? The Bleacher Report.
They had Jinder Mahal on their top 50.
However,
there's also
several
more sources that say the exact same thing. But I think
how long ago was that article?
That article got to be when Jericho was in shape.
Exactly. How? You said when?
This article is just made. It's a new article.
May of what? This year?
No, March.
Of what year?
March of this year?
Of hold on. Of 23.
No,
so Bleacher Report.
Hold on, let me look up 24. Hold on, I didn't realize that was 23. I thought it was 24. But either way, it doesn't change my point. Even if we go to
it does. It just changes the point a whole lot.
Jericho's not a draw. I watch that shit weekly and faithfully. Jericho's not a draw.
Okay, but hold on. Just hear me out.
They got him working with Taz's son right now.
Okay,
go ahead, Ray.
It's the point. Even if
they're telling him to go home.
Even if everybody boos Rey Mysterio, not Dominic Mysterio, every week, and he's just a great heel. People love to boo people because good or bad. If I have you invested in how bad I am, you're still invested in watching. My point is, even if last year Chris Jericho was listed through all of the stats,
but I'm telling you, he was not a draw though.
He is your biggest star, even according
He's not their biggest star.
He is the biggest
he
star.
Might be their highest paid superstar.
Wait, hold on. Wait, Ed, just let him finish.
He got a legacy. So to your point of saying, well, who's taking, as long as they're not taking the spot from the homegrown talent, that's exactly what's going on.
He ain't taking nobody's spot. He working with Hook.
Okay. Hold on a second. Okay.
Having faith and stepping out on the fact that you can train and raise up somebody to be equally as talented. And if you were doing that, then it wouldn't be this big thing where I gotta leave AEW so that I can have the shine that I want on WWE. No, get the respect. It's just like when we had WWE and WWF, and they were both the same before they got bought out, right?
Mhm.
You know what I meant. When both of those things were the same. Those are two very strong shows that had you would watch it because they were both electrifying. And they weren't stealing from each other's talent.
No, they was. They was 100%. That's what Hogan went. Hogan came from WWE. Hogan was the reason why they had the Monday Night Wars. Hogan, Nash, and Hall.
Lex Luger, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash.
But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue. Go ahead.
That may have been a bad example. That part may have been a bad example.
No. It's not a bad example. But go ahead. It's not a bad example. Go ahead.
But at the end of the day, I would respect them more if they didn't try to get viewership by taking shots at somebody else.
I think that's my biggest problem with them.
I would rather you develop an amazing show that brings me in and be like, oh man, y'all really developing their skill sets. Y'all really developing their promos. I'm interested in their storylines, and it has nothing to do with the fact that another wrestling show built their fame. You piggybacking off of somebody else's work. And if this was real life, that would be like stealing somebody's copyright.
Actually, in real life, that's what happens. that's what happens in real life. People do the same thing, Ray. People do the exact same thing.
Somebody who's plagiarizing, come up with your own material.
Drake has been doing that for a very long time, and look how successful he is.
Songwriters and plagiarizers.
Wait, hold on a second. I mean, he's not plagiarizing, but he has other people write his material for him. But Sean Key says, Sean Key says, ill, that's sick. The fact that Bleacher Report would even put out that Jericho is their biggest star. The other thing about that is this: that Bleacher Report is only reporting so when it comes to Bleacher Report, some things that Bleacher Report produce as far as articles, some things are completely fact based upon like time and event and pay-per-views and the outcome and what actually transpired. And then the other things that Bleacher Report puts out are, sometimes are pretty much based on opinion. Those are like opinion pieces. Those are pieces based upon their personal opinion. But to say that Chris Jericho is AEW's biggest star, now that's what they reported. That's their opinion about who their biggest star is. But if anybody has ever watched any bit of AEW to really look at who is their biggest star and who is really like the cream of the crop of that company, you know what I'm saying, is like their guy is MJF.
You signing?
It's me.
MJF.
What's it?
Okay. Wait, hold on. Wait. Go ahead, Sean. Go ahead, Sean, because you got something to say.
No, I'm listening.
No, go ahead, Sean. No, go ahead, because you go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey guys. Long time no see.
Long time no see. The ghost has finally appeared.
He came out of hiding.
Like K-Dot said, every once in a while the boogeyman gotta pop out and show niggas.
The boogeyman gotta pop out and show up. So we're discussing.
I don't know. Who is that next to Jay? Hey, how's it going?
That's Ray.
That's Ray. Hey, Ray. How are you?
Are you finna say something controversial?
You know I am. You have some interesting things.
Don't miss me with the pleasantry.
Oh my God. Everything you said made me sick.
Please get into it.
I was trying not to throw up. I promise I was. Jesus Christ. Very interesting takes on wrestling. I respect everybody's opinion, We all got one. Man. Okay, so I love the whole WWE thing. It's so beautiful. It's cute. Oh my God. I know, because the show ain't nothing without me. Big dog back in the building. It's cool though. It's a rare appearance. Catch me in like 3 more months. Uh,
Right.
but I
Wait.
love your take. I love your takes on AEW. It's so crazy. So you said, I'm just going to rewind a little bit because I wasn't here. Um, you said that AEW just takes WWE people and do what?
What I said was, it was asked, why do I call AEW community service wrestling? Because when you do community service, you always helping somebody. You reaching back to the little people in order to give back to the community. And AEW is consistently utilizing the growth and development and the star power that WWE has created in order to build their brand. Instead of just building it organically, giving us a good show, giving us a good talent, building your superstars, it shouldn't take you. You shouldn't have to go and get. And I know these people aren't on there, but this is just a reference point. You shouldn't have to go and get Roman Reigns, The Undertaker, and Stone Cold Steve Austin in order to get people to watch your show every week. You should be giving me something else. Do more. That's what I said. And that's why I call them community service wrestling. And that's why I don't respect it. Because they're not, in my opinion, doing enough to have me as a fan be like, yeah, I really want to watch this. No, it's not good. It's just not good.
So, boom. All right. So let's say you work for Pepsi and Coke, right? Let's say you work for Coke.
Okay,
No, Pepsi.
wait, Sean, I don't mean to interrupt you, but literally the whole time when I was talking before, I was thinking about Pepsi and Coke as a comparison. But go ahead, continue.
Okay, so you work for. I'm trying to think. No, I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna say Pepsi and RC Cola. You work for Pepsi.
I do Pepsi and Coke.
Yeah, no, Pepsi and RC Cola makes a little more sense.
Fuck
Pepsi
is RC Cola?
What is RC? You don't know nothing about that. You hood between that. All right, so it's Pepsi and RC Cola, right? You work for Pepsi. Pepsi fires you. RC Cola gives you a job, right? Now you are one of Pepsi's best people that now works for RC Cola.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Adam Cole.
I mean, yeah, that too. That too. So if WWE fires them, are they supposed to just sit at home and wait for them to call them back?
Keith Lee. Keith Lee.
I also want to be clear. This isn't about. I don't have any issue with people wanting to still make a check. I understand that people still need to make money. I'm not mad at that. What I'm saying is just like Scott said, you're taking away opportunities from the people who could be developing under AEW and doing more to push the name. It's just like, and I know I said I wasn't going to talk about this person.
Ain't nobody developing in AEW though.
No, go ahead, talk about it, Ray. Go ahead, talk about it. You got the.
Go ahead. This is fun for me. This is fun for me. I'm gonna win in the end. Go ahead.
I'm happy you be a king, be a winner. All I'm saying is that the comparison is not other people are coming there. I respect the fact that what AEW offers to the wrestlers, so they don't have to wrestle as much, they can do less and be more with their family, and still maintain what they got going on.
That don't make no sense.
My issue is the direct lineage that they have to WWE, as if it's a funnel. It's like, you know how they have no poaching clauses? That's how I feel. Like AEW got like some weird poaching going on. They just have to rely on the talent the superstars people have already created. Not that they're going to fill their position because they were fired and they want to be able to do more. But even when you listen to people's stories, whether they were fired or they just chose to leave, right? It's always because, well, I wasn't good enough to get a belt on WWE. I was tired of trying to move so hard to be on WWE. You hear that a lot of people just being like,
you hear creative sucked. Creative was ass. It was they weren't getting pushed. They were pushing X, Y, and Z. No offense, I love Roman. But Roman, and we've talked about this on the show before, Roman took a lot of opportunities from people while at the same time, like a Sami Zayn, he put Sami Zayn on a plateau that Sami hadn't been on probably since he hit the main roster, which I love. But on the flip side, I would say with AEW, for a new company who's only been around 5 years now, you have to bring in these people to establish yourself. One, for fans. Two, for TV deals. For the on the business side, on the stuff we all don't hear about and know about, on the day to day. But for that stuff, you have to bring in these names. You had to put the belt on a Chris Jericho when you first started the company, then a Moxley, then putting it on Kenny, then putting it on Hangman. You know what I mean? You have to do these things in the beginning because Chris Jericho is a household name. Chris Jericho is probably we've talked about this. He's at least top five, if not, I'd say top three greatest of all time at this point now.
Right.
So it's like you have to do those things from the business standpoint and from the fan standpoint while establishing your new stars, which they did in the beginning. And I do agree with you. They've fully gotten away from that mantra. I think they've circled back to it now. And I don't know if it's them as a company realizing or finally listening to the fans, like y'all kind of stepped away from what you were doing as far as building some of these unknown stars. They've put Swerve on a plateau he probably, as far as mainstream, has never been. As far as the indies, he's been top dog on the indies for years, before WWE and then right after he left. And then AEW is shot him, back up to the top. I hate that I said that because I don't like that nigga at all. I really don't. Ugh. Oh, God. But
and I agree with you. Like, as far as Swerve, like, I don't think if Swerve would have stayed in WWE, I don't think he would have gotten the shine anywhere close to the shine that he's getting. He probably would have been in a mid-card.
He's being able to really show who he is as a competitor and as his creative side and everything. He wouldn't have been able to do that in WWE
at all. So Sean, so we had this conversation last week. So I want to get your opinion since you're on now. So we know the whole Mercedes Moné, thing where she's been talking.
Cartoon Network champion.
I'm not mad at her being. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not mad at her being the TBS champion. Tony's doing great. Only because Tony's. I don't know if you've been watching. Tony is doing amazing work. I would not take the belt off of her just because Mercedes came in, but putting that second title on her and bringing that second title up with her having it, I would have did the same thing.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
Their very first match.
He don't wear shoes either. That guy does not wear shoes that cannot be trusted.
Wait, hold on a second. Wait, hold on. You said a second title. Were they trying to put another title on her?
No. I'm saying the TBS title is like the second women's title. So I'm saying as far as elevating that title and bringing, like Jade did. Like Jade had that title higher than the AEW title, if you want to be honest. Right. So Toni Storm has that AEW title up here. Her character work, her in-ring, everything she's been doing since did the whole Hollywood turn has been amazing, in my opinion. I love it. So I wouldn't have took the title off of her to put it on Mercedes just because Mercedes came in. But you kind of had to put a title on her. I am mad because I think Willow should have gotten a proper run as champion. I love Willow. I think Willow is dope. Willow actually is I met her twice at indie shows, but Willow is amazing. In ring and everything.
So I agree. I agree with you putting the belt on Mercedes at some point. But her very first match, her only match in AEW is a title match, and she wins the belt. No.
And like I just said, I agree with y'all because I feel like Willow should have had a proper title run personally. She should have beat her. Because all they did was circle back to the New Japan story right before she got hurt. It was the whole thing of, I would have beat you had I not got hurt in the ring, where Willow was like, even if you didn't get hurt, I was going to beat you. I feel like they should have, while they were keeping that going, it should have been Willow winning. Like, no, like I said, I was going to beat you whether you got hurt or not. Because remember, we're building stars now. We're elevating the division. That's how you build a new, not a new star in Willow, but you push a star in Willow even higher by doing that. So I do think they missed the opportunity with that personally. So I do agree with y'all on that one.
Keys, I'm gonna say this, and I'm happy that you brought up that person in particular because it just further proves my point. Earlier, I said, as long as you're not taking opportunities away from the people that they are developing, then it would not be a problem. And there, in fact, lies directly from what you just spoke, my issue with AEW. Mercedes was on WWE, left for whatever reason that she decided, when she was Sasha, she decided she wanted to go to AEW. In your very first match, your very first debut, regardless on what you did on WWE, should not have been for you to come in and take the opportunity of everybody that has been working to get that same exact belt every single week, and then you get to get that title. You know why they did that? Because they wanted to send a shot to WWE. We got your Sasha Banks, and now she's our Mercedes. And we're going to give her the title and take it away from somebody that's been doing the work, the groundwork, to actually earn it. And if you didn't have the clout that you had on WWE and the controversial exit that you had because you had an issue with Vince McMahon, who is a hot topic right now, they would not have put that belt on your back. And I do not respect that. And that's what
I agree with you.
Service wrestling. You're treating your business as if it's the help, rather than telling her, yeah, we know you was good on WWE, but come and see our version of Rhea Ripley. Come and see our version and beat them. Beat them square up. Beat them square up by putting in the work every week. Do your promos. Make our fans fall in love with you and earn that belt.
Okay, all right, hold on a second.
Hold on. I just have one quick question. Hold on. Would you feel this? Do you feel the same way about New Japan? New Japan did that too.
Wait, Sean. I don't want to interrupt you because I know because after you ask the question, it's going to keep the conversation going. So I just want to hit the comment section real quick. All right. Lene says, y'all ready for June 6th? Jay, she asks, where's your puppy? She said, Lene says, she said Gucci versus knockoff Gucci.
I can see that.
She said he's coming with straight fire. And then she also says Mercedes wanted a fresh start from WWE. Okay, go ahead, Sean.
No, so what I was going to ask is New Japan did that exact same thing. Her very first match when she came in, she got the women's title in New Japan.
Mm.
Do you feel like New Japan? And New Japan is a very well established company, probably up there with WWE in a sense, just internationally because they're in Japan. But
yeah,
they did the exact same thing with her. When she came in, coming off everything with WWE, New Japan put their women's title on her first match.
Yeah. What do you think, Ray?
I'm sorry. We was discussing the statement from Lene about Mercedes wanted a fresh start away from WWE. Mm-hmm. And I was having a sidebar conversation, so I wasn't listening.
Wait, how are you having a sidebar? You're supposed to be having a conversation here. We want to hear what you're saying. It's wrestling thoughts and thoughts, baby. We want to hear what you got to say.
What I said was, I can't consider that she went over there because she wanted a fresh start from WWE, because she didn't part WWE on like good terms and was like, I just want to go somewhere else and have something different. Like, no, she left hospital and was like, I'm gonna go over here and start fresh. Like,
I mean, yeah, and she had the opportunity to go back before she came to AEW, though. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, her contract with New Japan was up. Tripp and them offered her a contract. She felt like it was a low ball. She felt like she's worth more than what they offered. And she went to AEW, saying that in a sense, she's not wrong. I get why certain people are going over there because, like Edge said, there's opportunities for new matchups, for new, different things, because there's wrestlers that they have never wrestled. Older and you could become
the Cartoon Network champion. Like, who don't want to be that?
You get on here and coon out now. I'm saying coon. Yeah, I said it. That's crazy, Ant. That's not the conversations we have, Ant. You love AEW, Ant. That's crazy. You get around Side J, act like you don't like that shit no more. That's crazy.
Nah,
Wait
nah,
till we
nah,
get back
nah.
to the group chat.
And still give it up for AEW. You always give it up for AEW.
Guys.
Nah,
Yeah, I give
I'm
it
gonna
up.
be honest. I want them to do better. I like the competition. You want everybody to win. You want TNA to win. You want AEW to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want New Japan. New Japan's gonna lose bad right now because they've lost everybody. Everybody's left them. Like literally, all of their top stars are pretty much gone right now. So that's why Mox has the title because all the top stars are gone. Like,
And
it's-
I would definitely say this though. I would definitely say this though. One thing I told Ant this, I think it was like maybe 2 shows ago. I went back and I watched Hangman Page's feud with Moxley. And when I went back and I watched it, I was like, I like one thing I definitely will say this. There's been times I sit there and I'll be like, you know what, I need to watch more AEW. And when I go back and I watch some of the matches, and I've always said this, they have some of the best matches. They do. They have really, really, really great matches. And I mean,
the
like,
wrestling over there
is fire.
what's best.
But
They got to
yes,
work on everything else, but the wrestling
the
is
promotion
what brings everybody in. Yeah.
I think that's the reason why. And nor am I trying to take everything away from AEW and say congratulations to what they've done in their short time span as being a wrestler, and for them to be number 2 to WWE. Kudos to you. That really is a big deal. You deserve your flowers for that.
Mhm.
I think that a big portion and where they were smart in, because I have seen some of the matches on AEW. I have now the ones that I saw. Yes, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna take nothing from nobody. There were some good matches, so I'll give you that, key. But at the very end of the day got to end. And AEW reminds me of what WWE used to be before they stopped making it so gory. You getting more raw matches. You getting that, oh, you blood. I remember when we were watching cage matches and we got to see people doing the craziest stuff, real blood, because they was actually hurting themselves. They were going ham. We like, oh my gosh, I love it. And that's what makes AEW electrifying, because it reminds us.
Yeah, because there's real glass on this side.
Cry me a river.
Yeah, cry me a river, baby. We use real glass.
Goddamn CM Punk.
I do understand as a business how it's smart to funnel. Wrestling is one big family, and be like, ooh, look who we got. And you may get to see some great matches between stars that you may not have seen on WWE, which can be exciting. I get that. I just think that they can do more, and taking again side words of not taking opportunities from people who went over there because they want to grow. And maybe they went to AEW first, they want to grow to get the chance to get to WWE. But I don't think that a WWE
I respect that 100%.
should be able to come in and steal them jobs from everybody else and take their thunder and make them get sidelined and plateaued because you already have superstardom.
But I would definitely say this. One thing that one thing
I want to listen to Keisha Cole. Like, that's just not fair.
But it's the thing though. One thing that AEW again still needs it. AEW is still in the baby stage of still working and breaking new stars. Like like the Young Bucks, are like one of their prominent tag teams. You know what I'm saying? And and them breaking in, MJF, and them bringing in Hangman Page, and them introducing everybody to, what's his name? Will Ospreay. Them introducing people to Kenny Omega. But the thing is that one thing I definitely agree with what Sean was saying was that they needed Jericho or they needed Cody Rhodes, because Cody was there, in order to bring people in to watch AEW, because nobody was going to watch just watching Hangman Page and Kenny Omega. Now, wasn't going to watch it, but the kind of crowd that they were trying to draw a big crowd. They needed that attention to bring in people, but at the same time, AEW is still in a place where they're trying to develop new stars, and one of the things that they're learning how to do is develop those new stars. Because if they take the belt off of Swerve, the only other person that they could really put the belt on that's a star besides Moxley is like Hangman, is Samoa Joe. Who else you got?
Ospreay.
Oh, right, Ospreay,
Don't
or Jay White,
no,
or
y'all
Jay White.
Yep. And
Or
Jay
Jay
White. Ospreay and Jay White are the only two right now
Y'all forgetting
that if
somebody.
you take it off of Swerve, those two are the only two. Other
Y'all
than putting it back
y'all,
on MJF.
y'all forgetting somebody, bro. Y'all can't do that.
Who?
Who?
Come on, bro.
Luchasaurus. Don't say Luchasaurus.
I'm sorry, Luchasaurus.
Yeah, there you go. You know.
Yo, so
Oh,
sad.
Christian. Putting it back. Putting it on Christian.
Yeah,
Got you.
you know.
Got you. Putting it on
You
Christian.
said
Putting
Christian?
it on Christian. But I will say the one thing that I love is that a lot of people don't realize, like everybody thinks that you have to win to be put over or to be built as a star. You can lose and be built as a star also. It's
Yeah,
not
right.
always looking because a lot of people don't realize, even though Jay Uso, as far as who he's been as a tag team wrestler and in the bloodline, but think about this singles run he's been on. Jay has more losses than he has wins, and is still fully over with the crowd.
Yeah.
There's a lot like a what's his name, like a like a Hobbs in AEW. Hobbs don't get a lot of wins, but Hobbs is the fans love
Yo,
Hobbs.
you know who I
Same
compared
thing
Jay
with
Uso to? I compared him
Who?
to Todd Dillinger when he was in NXT.
I can see that
Hmm.
because that nigga. I get what he's saying from the crowd standpoint because
I can
he
see.
won't really win it, but the crowd loved his gimmick. When he came out, it was 10, 10, 10. When he was ready to do his move, it was 10. Same thing with Jay. Like, he can lose and the crowd still loves him. They're still yeeting. They're still throwing their hands up and down. So it's like you can take a L and still be built as a star because eventually it's all gotta come full circle. That's the one thing I love about wrestling is if you really start paying if you pay attention to stories, I like long term storytelling. I hate the microwave short stuff. I
Yeah.
love long term. I like a story that builds for 6 months, goes away, and randomly pops back up, and then you're
Right.
like, oh shit. Like the
Right.
whole thing with Swerve and Christian. A lot of people were like, why the fuck are they fighting at Double or Nothing? But people forgot that when he had the TBS title, even before they kind of partnered up, he was telling him, yo, I'm coming for your title. And then after they partnered up, they had the little beef, and then it went away, and they
Mm.
circled back to it right for Double or Nothing. So it's
Mm.
like it's those little things that a
Right.
lot
Those
of
little
people don't
seeds.
pay
Right.
attention
Yeah.
to, right? Because
Yeah.
it's like that. It was random for some people who don't watch
Key, that's
on the
like the
regular.
Hangman. That's like the Hangman and Swerve shit. I don't think that shit is over. I think Hangman joining with the Bucks.
Right, so now,
By
Yeah.
far,
Yeah.
it's
That's
not over.
definitely not over.
Even the whole thing with Hangman when he was beefing with Kenny and the Bucks and all them, a lot of people thought it was kind of random, but it's like if you had been watching from jump, it was building. It was the
Yeah.
drunk Hangman. It was
Yep.
the dumb shit he was doing, like fake drunk in the ring and stuff like that. Like not giving a fuck about whether they won or lost. Like him losing them as friends because he was pushing them away. It was like that stuff that was there that a lot of people just didn't pay attention to. The storytelling be there is just people. A lot of people don't want to pay. Like, what's the word I'm trying to think? Everybody wants that shit just retold to them, so that way they don't have to do the work to figure out why we've got here.
right. So I give you a perfect example, like the whole Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, you know what I'm saying, buddy systems, or you know what I'm saying, nobody knew about, you know what I'm saying, the fact that they were friends. Like one day it came out, and we go way back. I'm like, wait, what? You know what I'm saying? So throughout the storyline, they kept saying, yeah, I was there with your kids, and we trained together. And we was like, oh, we didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like put out there as a random, like, okay, well, why? Because y'all from a different country or overseas, y'all are buddies. Like, it don't make sense. Now, I think Rhea and somebody, I think it was somebody. Rhea had a feud with somebody, and they actually had pictures of them training together and them in NXT.
Was it her? Was it her and Raquel?
But Raquel, right? Exactly, Raquel.
Yeah, I think that's who it was. Her and Raquel. Her and Maga Mexi.
Ray, why are you not talking on Wrestling Talks and Thoughts? I want to hear your thoughts, Ray.
Let me ask you a question. So I'm gonna go into a
I'm
conversation
surprised with you, Ray.
So I watched your girl wrestle last night.
Who?
What's that,
Yeah,
AEW?
Natalia? Yeah, what
Yeah.
happened?
Wasn't impressed.
Who?
You said you wasn't impressed?
Nah, you
Absolutely not.
Bro,
Are you-
come
Hold on,
Jay,
who?
come on, you killing me, man.
Watch who? Hold on. Watch who wrestle.
Natalia.
Because Sai all of a sudden became an over.
He said
Right, exactly. I
he
thought
he wasn't impressed.
Sai,
Natalia.
because Sai had this newfound love for Natalia, and he puts on a pedestal that
Is it her sister? Is that why? Is it because of her sister?
Oh, you're saying that you wait, Sean. So you agree with Jay? You saying you
Yeah,
don't-
Natalia's
Yeah.
trash, B.
Natalia is trash. She's always been trash.
Oh
Always been
my
trash.
God!
Everything
Man.
about her is trash. Besides
I
her
only
sister.
care about
Y'all need
I
to get
only care about her now
partners.
because of her sister. Her sister makes me care about her now.
yeah.
Are you saying Natalia? Natalia is one of the best women wrestlers on the
Her
roster.
sister.
You can't.
you are
I mean,
clearly
I believe you. Her sister's pretty good because she wrestled with the dungeon.
No,
but-
her sister doesn't wrestle. She just looks good as shit.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But nobody cares about Natalia.
I mean,
So-
when Natalia used to look good until she started cutting her face up like Little Kim.
She never was cute. She never.
I thought she
Never
was
was.
fine. Natalia was back in the day, the old
No,
Natalia.
So Sai,
no, sir.
so right now you put Natalia in your top 10 current women's superstars right now.
Like no. Okay, so if we're saying like a superstar, which is like all around, like promo and in-ring ability, all around, no, I don't know, no. As far as all around, but if we're talking about like no, she like my favorite woman wrestler of all times is Bianca.
Not of all time. No, let's talk about current.
There's no debate.
I'm
No
trying to
debate.
know why you think we should care about
I'm sorry. Bianca and Soraya.
Let's talk about current. That's it. Not all time. Let's talk about current.
Dating
Oh,
Beyonce.
current
I would say Io Sky.
Io
I'm
Sky,
a huge Io Sky fan.
Io Sky. Yeah, but so you said, but Jay, you said what?
I said
Lil 17.
Natalia. Oscar's better than Natalia.
You said what?
Oscar's better than Natalia. Io Sky better than Natalia.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Natalia.
10-month-old niece.
I think.
Nigga, Tiffany Stratton is better than Natalia.
Oh, come on! Now
What
y'all
you talking
wilding,
about here?
bro. You
What are we talking about here? Natalia is
wilding.
not even hot trash.
Wildin'.
She cold trash.
My fault. I'm back.
I would rather watch paint dry. When I be watching wrestling, I gotta go pee. I wait till Natalia come on. Okay.
Look. Nancy Leroy even said. He said the disrespect of Natty.
Hey, bro, Natalia starts wrestling and I go pee. 'Cause
That's a fact.
bathroom time.
It's
Time to
number
go to the
2
bathroom.
time. Time to do number
Yeah.
2.
Seeing that they're a great wrestler, you can be employed plenty of places for 30.
Same thing with Bret Hart. When Bret Hart come on, shit.
Listen,
Time to go take
oh
a
my
boo-boo.
God, I can't believe.
I think
Listen.
listen. Level.
Wait, what did you say, Ant?
When Bret Hart come on, it's time to go take a boo-boo.
Yo, man, come on, man. How you going to crap? Come on, man. You talking about Brett, man.
Credit and people respect Talia because of the legacy. Okay.
I'm smoking on that Bret Hart concussion pack right now.
That's Talia. That's the shit. Let's just keep it a thing. I'm not gonna sit on my face internet and listen to you tell me why Natalia deserves to be pushed.
But they said Key's favorite wrestler, Key's favorite wrestler is Maxie Dupree. Who's
Oh, the girl with Chad Gable.
You're right. It is. I love to look at Maxine.
She said
I love to look at her. I don't
Listen,
care what
man,
she do.
I can't believe y'all sit. I can't believe y'all sit there. Yo, listen, the match he had last night just to get whoever the girl name is, kind of like adjusted to the main roster. You can't. You mean to tell me that was
Kiana
trash?
James.
wrestling? Yeah,
Yeah, that match was trash.
Just came up
But
with
that's why they use Natalia. Natalia is used for that purpose and that purpose
Yeah.
only.
She the
To
female
get the
Dolph
new
Ziggler now.
wrestler.
exactly. Because if you're good, then that means you can
Nah,
train.
No, that doesn't
She the
mean you're
female
good.
Dolph now. Son.
It just
She the
means
female
we
Dolph.
trust you to lose really good.
Yes, we trust you to lose, and we trust that because you're a trash wrestler, you're not gonna hurt our newbie. So you're a good place for them to start.
Yeah, like you lose really good.
Yeah,
Amazingly good.
like
Like,
Dolph
When
Ziggler.
it comes to losing, you up here when it comes to losing.
Listen.
Like,
Listen.
Shut up.
You gotta put respect on Dolph Ziggler's name, okay? There's got to be some respect on
It's
the
the
zigzag,
truth, bro.
bro.
So I ain't been on here in a couple. Look, I ain't been on here in a while.
Fan, bro.
I'm actually agreeing with you now, man. Hey, look, Nick Nemeth is I'm a Nick Nemeth fan now, man.
Wow.
That nigga.
But you're not
Now,
a
hold
Dolph
on,
Ziggler fan.
I'm not a Dolph Ziggler fan,
Yeah.
but I'm a Nick Nemeth fan. There's a
Yeah,
difference.
You know what? You know what,
There's
Sean?
a difference.
You know what, Sean? And I will say this. Like last night, I was sitting there and I was watching the match between Dolph Ziggler and Sheamus, and almost for half a minute, I became a Sheamus fan. But then I didn't. I just couldn't do it.
But you know what's crazy?
Watching Sheamus versus Dolph
First off,
Ziggler.
Sheamus is we're not gonna do this. That's why Sheamus still got a job and Dolph don't. We're not gonna do this. We're not.
Listen. But Dolph Ziggler got 2 jobs, man. He got 2 jobs. He works at TNA and he works in New Japan.
Yeah,
he got 2 jobs in Jamaica now.
And he got a belt in New Japan. So hey.
Didn't he lose that belt?
Nah, did he? Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah, he lost it back to whatchamacallit.
David Finley. Bum ass.
I hate David Finley.
I hate that honky too.
But I'm just hoping that Dolph Ziggler wins that New Japan Pro title. I'm hoping he does.
I think he can get that. I like what they're trying to do with New Japan Pro. So don't do Sheamus. Right, don't do Sheamus.
Yeah,
I just want him to
Yo,
kick
what
Drew
was
in the
you
mouth.
doing that you was watching Dolph Ziggler versus Sheamus? Like that's the weird match.
Yeah, that is-
I was doing research. I was doing research for a video.
You was researching for something. You was really deep.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that is random.
I was doing because the research I was doing was pretty much so it was another video I'm doing based upon the WWE guys that Vince McMahon failed. And one of the things that I was trying to get a reference point for a particular match where Dolph Ziggler had a match against Sheamus, and how the fans were all cheering for Dolph Ziggler, and all the fans are cheering for Dolph Ziggler, and Jerry the King Lawler on the mic was like, "Oh, look at the fans cheering for Sheamus," and it was a world title match. So I wanted part of the video was pretty much showing how the part I was pretty much trying to show or bring or use that particular moment in time in the video was showing how Vince McMahon, talks about the brass ring. And if you can get over, and how Dolph Ziggler was over with the crowd, but how it didn't matter to Vince because Vince is Vince. If Vince says you're over, then you're over. So that's the reason why I was looking through the video.
But if you can just use the match that he had, the retirement match he had with The Miz. You know what I'm saying? Like you can use that whole storyline by itself. You know what I'm saying, to prove how over Dolph was, and the fact that Vince was like, "Yep, no, I don't care."
Well, one of the reasons why I wanted to use that moment with Sheamus because it was a world title match. Well, for one, it was a world title match, and I felt like Dolph Ziggler should have won that match, and it was Sheamus. It's Sheamus. Sheamus is.
I don't actually like Sheamus. I'm just gonna say.
You said you like Sheamus?
I don't.
Oh, you said you don't?
No.
I don't know how y'all don't like Sheamus, yo.
Dude, why do you like Sheamus?
I don't know.
Why?
Because he puts on banger after banger after banger.
I don't know. Something about his character just seems too.
He doesn't have a character. He's just him.
It seems too like trying. Like it's nothing.
He's a
like
jolly good fellow.
And
You said it's like he's trying, right?
He don't even like he goes to the gym to even be better at wrestling. Like I don't know what his point is. Like it's not given. I don't know. Is he Irish, Scottish?
He's Irish.
Irish. I don't know. He's just lame as fuck. I don't like him.
All right,
Sheamus
so I'm
is one of the greatest world champions ever.
Because I haven't been there for a minute. For a minute. We've been talking for a while. Let me just go to this comment section real quick because there's a few comments. Real quick. DJ Faye says, "Who cares about Mercedes? We got an MMA fight on Sunday at NXT Battleground."
That's gonna be fire.
And Bree started laughing at the comment that I made earlier. Lene says, "Sexy Red definitely got her money worth at Battleground." DJ Faye says, "Welcome to AEW with a little kids play." Lene says, "WWE has been around for 40 years. AEW still has a lot to develop," which is very true. DJ Faye says, "Hellcats, SRTs, little belts, and STDs. Get them." He said, "Get them, Sexy Red." DJ Faye. Lene says, "DJ Faye, shut up."
Laugh out
They
loud.
can't count because
Luda
WWE been
Fettuccine,
around
what's up,
longer than 40
Fettuccine?
years.
He said, "Why was Jaden Bianca on Raw?" He said,
Because
"Last
they're the
night."
women's tag team champions. They're gonna be on both shows.
Right.
And
Nancy
they
Leroy
can't.
says, he said the disrespect for Natalia. Little Fettuccine says, who's winning Money in the Bank? Ness Leroy, talked about Natalia. DJ Faye says, Jay Uso's Money in the Bank winner, current Money in the Bank. DJ Faye says, Bret Hart on AEW. That's a nice belt. Yep. Nice belt.
Nice belt. A nice belt.
Wait, what belt? They introduced a new belt?
Yeah. No, when he was there, he introduced the world title. That was Bret Hart who brought out the title.
Well, you talking about AEW, right?
Yeah.
You were the first time he introduced it, right? Yeah, I got it.
He's like, listen, that's all he said. It's a nice belt.
Max, DJ Faye says, I'm sorry. Salone says, Faye's got me crying. Salone says, Max is Bay. Maxine is Bay. Nancy Leroy says, House favorite Canadian wrestler is Kenny Omega and Lance Storm. We know that.
Right.
Apparently, he doesn't like Bret Hart. Don't know why.
Damn right.
He said, Lene says, don't do Sheamus like that. Nancy Leroy says, the real leader of the Bullet Club is Gabriel Kidd. You know, that's a lie. Lene says, my mama like Dolph Ziggler. I got her 2 shirts. Lene, come on. How you going to throw shade at the Zigzag like that? Are you saying because he's so old? Or are you just saying because your mom just likes Dolph Ziggler?
My mom's a freak.
She's probably saying because her mom likes Dolph Ziggler. She's probably just saying because her mom likes Dolph Ziggler. Nancy Leroy says, I love Sheamus. He's always been a fan of him.
I know I like you for a reason, Leroy.
Fettuccine says, is the full match card out for Clash of the Castle? Yeah, I don't know what that is. Fettuccine says,
not out yet.
You guys watch the Dark Side of the
Ring. It came out tonight.
Who killed WCW? Yeah, it came out tonight.
Oh yeah, it came out tonight.
Part 1 came out tonight. It's a 2-parter.
It's on Hulu.
It was on. It was a not. It should be on. The rerun should be on now. If I'm shit, I ain't even near the remote. It was on the same channel that Dark Side come on.
Nobody likes Drew McIntyre, y'all. Stop forcing this.
What channel is that? Yeah, this is for you, right?
But it looked good though. The whole preview that I seen of who killed WCW. The preview looks amazing.
Listen, you know what?
Yeah, I want to know what channel's coming on.
Yo, I'm telling you right now, Lene forces Drew McIntyre on people like how TV does during Gay Pride Month.
Oh man, Ray, do you like Drew McIntyre? Lene wants to know if you like Drew McIntyre.
Oh, Lene, I'm so happy that you asked. No, like I love to hate Drew McIntyre. Like I actually used to like him a whole lot until he started bitching at the wine all the time. All he would cry, and it's making me not like him because like he's not taking accountability for certain things, and he's just something, but he's not like fighting in the way that he should be the champion.
And he don't like black women either, so.
He's just giving crybaby.
Are you saying Drew McIntyre don't like black women?
No, he don't like black women.
How you know?
I'm telling you, I'm gonna send you mad YouTube with him. They got a YouTube video of him passing black women and going to the white people first. Remember like that that skit on what's that shit called?
Oh, so who was WCW's on Vice?
And they did that Obama skit on Key and Peele.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got something like that on Drew McIntyre, how he do his fans.
All right. Nancy Leroy says he's a fighter from Ireland, Scotland. McIntyre's from Scotland. Fettuccine says Liv is going to help win the Money in the Bank ladder match.
I told y'all.
I hope that does not happen.
I
pray it doesn't happen.
I
said, DJ Faze says that the WCW documentary is on Vice, and
Vice, that's what it was. Okay.
Fettuccine says Vince and Turner killed WCW. Yeah. All right, guys. It's the hour and 43. It's an hour and 43 minutes into the live. It's 10:42. Do you know where your kids are? If you got kids, all right. If you do,
Yeah.
great. All right. Listen, we are leaving. We're signing out because I want to enjoy the rest of my night. We gonna go right. And I know you guys want to enjoy the rest of your night too. All right. I worked hard all day. I enjoyed you guys on the live. I enjoy you guys for joining us. Please, you guys, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Sean, Big Bad Booty Daddy, you guys want to shout on your podcast just real quick before we?
I ain't
Of
never
course.
represent, baby.
Of course, man. Susio Sports every Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. We talk sports, we talk shit. It's fun, man. Y'all definitely got to pull up. I gotta have you guys on because it's family.
Please.
Probably when football season, so that way I can tell y'all how the Eagles are the best team in the fucking world, and the rest of your teams are fucking
First and
trash.
foremost, I have a hate relationship for the Eagles, and you know why? But it's all right, though.
Hey,
Good.
I'm about to send you that Saquon jersey, big dog. Don't worry about it. You want black or green? Which one you want?
Hey,
I'll send you the black one. I'm gonna send you the black one. Don't worry about it. I got you. Put it on your wall.
you catch me on Twitter or X at big__sexy. You heard?
All right, guys, and we are signing off. I'm your host, Saheem the Dream.
No Pat Patterson.
Your boy, the
Super freako. That's crazy.
All right, guys. Ray, thank you for coming on. Sharkeys, again, the ghost. We need you.
Nice to meet you, Ray.
Not a
Ray
special-
Mysterious. Ray
Ray
Mysterious.
Mysterious.
Ray Mysterious.
Ray Mysterious for coming on. We had Ray Mysterious, guys. And the Big Bad Booty Daddy. And we'll see you guys later. Peace.
Peace.